Have you ever noticed how waiting for a pot of water to boil can feel like an eternity, but an evening spent with good friends seems to vanish in the blink of an eye? This curious distortion of time isn't just in your imagination. It's a fascinating interplay of psychology and neuroscience that affects how we perceive each moment. Think back to a time when you were completely absorbed in an activity, perhaps playing a musical instrument, immersed in a video game, or engaged in a stimulating conversation. Hours might have slipped by without you noticing. When we're deeply focused and engaged, our brains are so occupied processing the task at hand that we lose track of time. Psychologists refer to this as being in the zone or experiencing a flow state. In these moments, our skills are perfectly matched to the challenge, and we're fully present, making time seem to fly. On the flip side, consider those monotonous moments like sitting through a dull lecture or being stuck in traffic. With nothing engaging to capture our attention, we become acutely aware of each passing second. Our brains have less information to process, so time appears to slow down. This is why boredom can make minutes feel like hours. Emotions play a significant role as well. When we're happy, excited, or having fun, time seems to accelerate. A joyful event like a birthday party or a thrilling experience like a roller coaster ride can feel fleeting because our brains are rewarded with positive stimuli, focusing less on the passage of time and more on the enjoyment. Conversely, during stressful or fearful situations, like waiting for important test results or during turbulence on a flight, time can feel stretched. Our body's fight or flight response kicks in, releasing adrenaline and heightening our senses. This increased alertness can make every moment feel elongated as our brains process more details to help us navigate the perceived threat. The novelty of an experience also influences our time perception. Remember your first day at a new job, or the first time you traveled to a foreign country? Those days probably felt lengthy because your brain was busy absorbing unfamiliar sights, sounds, and information. New experiences require more cognitive processing, which can make time feel like it's moving slower. In contrast, routine activities, like your daily commute or habitual chores, require less mental effort. Your brain goes into autopilot, efficiently processing these familiar tasks, which can make hours and days blur together. Age adds another layer to this perception puzzle. For children, the world is full of new discoveries. Each day brings something they haven't seen or done before, making time feel expansive. Ask a child how long summer vacation feels, and they'll likely say it lasted forever. As we grow older, we accumulate experiences, and fewer things feel genuinely new. This accumulation can make time seem like it's accelerating. Weeks, months, and even years can pass by in what feels like a moment because our brains are less occupied with encoding new experiences. Our internal biological clock, governed by the circadian rhythm, also plays a part. Factors like sleep, hunger, and even medications can alter how this clock functions. If you've ever pulled an all-nighter or suffered from jet lag, you might have noticed how disoriented your sense of time became. Fatigue can slow down our perception of time, making tasks feel longer because our bodies crave rest, and our brains aren't operating at peak efficiency. Stressful situations can further warp our time perception. During a car accident or a sudden fall, people often report that everything seemed to happen in slow motion. This phenomenon, known as time dilation, occurs because the brain goes into overdrive, rapidly processing information to react appropriately. The surge of adrenaline enhances our awareness, effectively stretching out the moment to give us more time to respond to danger. Interestingly, how we perceive time as it happens can differ from how we recall it later. An uneventful day might feel like it's dragging while we're in it, but when we look back, it seems to have passed quickly. because there were few memorable moments to anchor our recollection. This discrepancy between real-time perception and retrospective memory can contribute to the feeling that time speeds up as we age, with years seeming to fly by. Ultimately, our perception of time is a complex interplay of attention, emotion, novelty, and biological rhythms. By understanding these factors, we can make conscious choices to enrich our lives. Engaging in new activities, practicing mindfulness, and seeking experiences that fully capture our attention can help us savor the moments and perhaps, just maybe, make time feel like it's moving at the perfect pace.